All right, I'm here with Mike Elliott from Chill Pro, and we're going to go over some questions, get to know Mike and Chill Pro and the product a little bit better today. When did you come on board with DOXA and Chill Pro?
I came on board July of 2020. Um, Jim Wilson, who had started the program, sold the business to DOXA in 2019, was targeted for retirement in 2021. So I came on board to transition and take over the program.
Excellent. And with your distribution model, what does that look like? Because I know you guys are a little bit different than the average acquisition, I guess.
Yeah, so Chill Pro is a contractual liability insurance, and we sell our contractual liability insurance directly to commercial HVAC service contractors who sell service agreements to their customers.
Okay, so the end user is the building owner, but you're working through the contractor.
Well, indirectly, the building owner does benefit from the program because the breakdown risk is being transferred to Chill Pro.
Mhm.
Uh, Service contractors have a choice. They essentially have three choices with their building owners. Their first choice is to not offer full service to their building owners and just say they won't do it. The
Mhm.
second choice is to offer full service but to self-insure it, which is very risky. And then the third choice is to work with Chill Pro, where they actually transfer the risk directly to us. At this point, there really isn't any other program like ours that sells direct to the contractor for this type of insurance.
Interesting. So, I mean, obviously, that's your big differentiator in the industry, it sounds like, is just being able to offer the program.
Yeah, very much so. I mean, the program was started about 30 years ago, part-time almost, and then it really swung into a full-time program about 20 years ago, and the program grew. Um, and still to this day, when we go to peer conferences and conventions or meetings, contractors are still unaware of this program. They didn't know it existed, and they're pleasantly surprised to hear that it does exist.
Excellent. Do you have any key carrier partners that have some skin in the game with the program?
Yeah, our key carrier partner right now is AXA XL, and that's the only carrier that we work with currently.
And what's an average account look like for you guys? So if you start working with a contractor, what does that relationship look like from, say, like a premium standpoint,
Um,
given?
yeah, so I would say our average premium is about $7,000 right now. And typically a contractor will come on board with us. They'll typically insure, if they're just starting out with the program, they'll have one agreement in particular that they're worried about, and then they'll put that one under coverage. And then once they start seeing the benefits of that, they'll expand. So I would say the average contractors probably has uh, 2 to 4 policies with us annually. And then we have some contractors that have well over that. And then we have some that only are still just dealing with maybe one policy a year, one policy every other year.
Hmm, okay. And what do the opportunities look like for growth with Chill Pro? I know you talked about a couple already, but is there any near-term opportunities that you guys see for growth?
Yeah, well, other than expanding the current book of business
Mhm.
amongst our contractor base, just which is in and of itself should prove to increase our revenue. As the HVAC industry has expanded, the technology expanded, we're getting into some other types of equipment coverage through the owner. And with that, we're looking at some custom policies that we've been designing for contractors who work with multi-location customers. You think of like restaurant owners who have multiple branches or multiple locations. We want to work with contractors that are responsible for maintaining those multiple locations, be able to offer them a policy that would help ease some of the burden for the breakdowns that occur at those locations. Within the comfort cooling side of the HVAC service business. So that would be, the building in Fort Wayne, that's comfort cooling, hotels, schools, universities, banks. But we are looking at expanding into process and manufacturing. There seems to be a lot of opportunity there. Breakdown risks are higher and breakdown costs are higher as well. So we're looking into that industry. We're also looking into the electrical service market, which we've kind of dipped our toes into with a very small program that we started. And we also are looking into the possibility of selling directly to some private institutions, private colleges, private universities, church organizations, types of businesses that rely on fixed budgets. So when, in the event that an equipment breakdown happens at these types of locations, the breakdown cost can be very, very high. And it's something that they typically haven't budgeted for. So those are a few of the things that we're looking at doing going forward.
And geographically, you guys are in every state currently, right? There's no expansion needed there.
We're essentially in every state. I mean, there's a couple of states I don't think that we're, actively working in. In general, we are nationwide. The program has even expanded indirectly into Canada with one of our largest contractors, and we're working through an agent in Canada on that. So we would like to be able to take that back in-house. Currently, we can't due to restrictions, but that's the only situation right now where we're working with agents. Other than that, we sell direct.
Excellent. Is there any complementary products that are already in-house with DOXA that you see any overlap or any synergy with currently?
Yeah, I introduced well, I was at a meeting last year where there was a discussion on cyber, and that's a really big topic right now, obviously, for any industry, but within the HVAC industry, that technicians are responsible for a lot of this equipment. They're using some cloud-based programs. They're also using their own tablet type of devices to monitor these systems. So it seems to me that there's going to be a little advanced risk there that they're taking on. So there could be an opportunity for some cyber. Inland marine, there's probably an opportunity for that because our service contractors regularly are shipping equipment from the manufacturer to their job site locations. They work with cranes, they work with helicopters in some cases to move this equipment onto the site. So there's some liability involved there. And then it's just general contracting types of insurance. You're looking at liability insurance, health insurance, workman's comp. So there are opportunities there, but I will say, as I've been, introduced to the contractors and we've worked with them, one thing that we stress with them is we just work with this one program. It's a niche program, and this is and they can only get this program through us, and that we're not trying to sell them other types of insurance at this time. Okay. But for now, we're just.
But an introduction could be made to somebody that
absolutely, does. Absolutely, yeah, and for the most part, the contractors would be open to that.
Excellent. Is there any key contacts within ChillPro? If somebody watching this wants to reach out, has some questions about the program, or maybe has an opportunity for you guys, is there any a good contact or any person or individual?
They should contact me directly because I'm running the program and I'm familiar with when it comes to some of the complementary insurance products, I'm familiar with which contractors maybe would be interested in that and how to approach it. In terms of expanding it or complementary services, just talk to me directly.
Right.
Yeah.
Sounds good, Mike. I appreciate your time today. Any closing thoughts or comments?
No, I've enjoyed my experience so far with DOXA. It's very good group of people to work with. I like the team atmosphere. And I'm looking forward to working with some of the new business units as we grow.
Excellent. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it.
Thanks.